Now at 6, 10 Investigates checks in on Esther's law. It went into effect here in Ohio about 2 months ago. The law allows families to install cameras inside residents' rooms.
It was named after Esther Piskor. Her son put a hidden camera and captured this video showing that she was being abused. But are these cameras helping families? For 10 Investigates, Olivia Eugenio spoke with one family who says even though there's a law, they believe their camera captured their loved one being mistreated by a staff member.
This is Sandra Duffy.
76, going on 77 this year.
She lives at an Ohio nursing center and can't move from her bed. Her son, John Witwer, put this camera in her room back on March 24th, the day after Esther's law went into effect. This video is from March 25th. Witwer says he believes it shows a worker at the facility using unnecessary force to move his mother, and he shared it with 10 TV.
I'm looking at this, I'm like, I'm like trying to hit the button to cuss back. Hey, I'm watching you, you know what I mean? And I'm just amazed that this has happened.
Witwer says the facility eventually took the camera from his mother's room, telling him he didn't follow their guidelines. But the camera was returned after he says he called police and was able to put it back with no changes. This is the entirety of Esther's law. It's 3 pages and outlines the simple rules for the camera. But advocates say it leaves a lot about the cameras up to interpretation.
There are gray areas in this law.
The law says the cameras need to be in a fixed position, that the cost of maintaining the camera, other than the electricity, must be paid for by the resident or family, that residents with roommates must get their permission to use a camera. Pete Van Runkel is the executive director of the Ohio Healthcare Association. He says the association has done several training sessions to teach nursing facilities about the law. He says initially there were issues about what types of cameras may be used and how they should be installed, but those complaints haven't been happening recently.
They can require, if they wish, that the person who's requesting the camera fill out a form or provide some kind of documentation, essentially providing consent.
But for families, they're looking for a simple process to make sure they're looking out for their loved ones.
It's up to us to take care of our loved ones, monitoring devices, to pay for it, whatever it takes, not them to dictate it. So that's where I'm at with it.
Now, I spoke with the administrator where John Witwer's mother lives. She did not want to comment on the video, but did say there was a full investigation that was done. I asked if an employee was fired. She said no. And since no one was disciplined, we aren't naming the nursing home. Back to you.